Okay, so now you're like, wait a minute here. If this is true, then the US dollar the Americans can just put as much money as they want. And so to solve this problem, the Americans said, the US dollar will be pegged to gold. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay, meaning like you can always take your US dollar and exchange it for gold. And because there's a limit to gold, there has to be a limit to the US dollars, which keeps the system stable. Okay? All right, that's number one. Number two is America needs to expand this game, okay? Because it is in competition with the Soviet Union, which is against this game, okay? So it creates two new organizations to spread the game throughout the world. And these two organizations are called the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, okay? So, for the sake of simplicity, okay, understand this. The World Bank, their job is to give you loans. Okay, so let's say you are China and you are poor, right? And you need to build dams. Well, the World Bank gives you money. And when it gives you money, what it does is it allows you to start playing this game, okay? It allows you to participate in this game. Now, what always happens is eventually the countries borrow so much money, they have to go into debt and they can't pay off the money, right? So then what happens is the IMF comes in and changes your government and its economic policies to make it conform more to the game. Okay, does that make sense? And its main mechanism is called privatization. All right? So what the IMF says is, okay, well, you're inefficient. You can't pay off the debt because you're inefficient. You're inefficient because the public should not be in control of infrastructure. The public should not be in control of water, okay? Private companies should be in charge of the water and electricity and the land, okay? So the goal of the World Bank and the IMF is to spread the game throughout the world, all right? Okay, then in 1947, they create something called the GATT, okay? The GATT is a General Agreement on Tariff and Trade. So this is the WTO basically, okay? That's changed into the WTO in 1995. All right? So it's basically an agreement on free trade. Okay? Does that make sense? 1973. SWIFT. SWIFT is an agreement amongst different banks in the world on how to transfer money. Okay? So, for example, if you want to transfer money from China, RMB, into America to go to university, right? Guess what, guys? Let's go through SWIFT, okay? So now it allows for more cooperation among banks in the world to use US dollars, all right? Now, the last thing is, okay, how do these countries get together and decide on how to cooperate economically? And the answer is the Bank of International Settlements, okay? Okay? And the idea is that the central banks of different countries get together and they agree on certain policies, all right? And this is all done privately, in secret. No one knows about them, okay? All right, so this is the game that America creates. It's very simple, okay? And there are other components, but we'll focus on this now. Throughout the semester, we will focus on how this game is played specifically, but first I just introduce it to you.